Hi guys, Jonathan here as usual, and today we're talking about something a bit different, and I know that I always say this, but this time it's true actually, because as you've seen from the title, if you read the title, it's about my mother's hobby. So basically my mother has a hobby that is, in this case, I think that it's called crochet or macrame or something like that. Basically DIY stuff like this. She creates bags, pouches, fake flowers, but I mean they're cute. It's something interesting in my opinion that I never did like myself, so I wanted to talk about this in this video and then show something. So what happened? Some months ago, through my brother, basically just before Christmas, I discovered about this passion of my mother, because she started some months ago to learn about this craft, this crochet thing. And I remember that for last Christmas, when I got back to Italy during this winter, basically, we gave her as a gift, as a Christmas present, something to, work with. I don't know the exact terms, but I think that it was something related to crochet, like to create these kind of things, these kind of products. So basically that was the first occasion in which my mother actually showed me something that she was starting to create. So I was saying bags, pouches, this kind of stuff. And then this was the first time she actually talked to me about this. And then when I went back to Italy, like 1 month ago, basically, it was more or less 1 month ago, she managed to show me the last things that she created. And I thought that it was like interesting, and since basically she had in mind, she had this idea, and I don't know if she will actually do it, but I wanted to help my mother out on this. So basically she was thinking of starting to sell these products that she creates with this particular technique. And I decided to shoot a video that you will see soon. Here always in this video, and like a short sort of cinematic video about these products, and we shot this together in like 1 hour something. It was like a quick thing. We shot this in my house in Italy, and it was cool. It was a cool experience because my mother helped me out, like preparing, setting these products. We shot a bit in the garden, in the house, next to windows, balconies, kind of stuff. And it was it was the first time that I was actually doing this kind of thing, like filmmaking, like making a video, basically shooting a video, and taking photos as well, with the help of my mother on this. And it was all about like products that she created. So for me it was like one of those moments in which you actually connect with someone, with a relative of yours, or with someone that is like important in your life, so as it is in this occasion for me. And I think that it was like a cool thing to do together. And then I will send her, because now I just finished editing the video itself. I don't know, I wanted to share this with you guys on this YouTube channel, because you know that I always like to talk about like different stuff, like everything that happens in my life. I try to find like a sort of relation with photography or videography, or like art in general. And I think that it was interesting. This is interesting, like, to share with you guys, because sometimes we feel like some like minor projects, like very small projects, are not worth paying attention. And sometimes it's true, because sometimes some like small projects, especially for strangers or people we don't know, are not worth paying attention. But I don't know, it's cool when you're doing something with, as I said before, with someone that means something to you, and you're creating something together, and making art together with someone is always a good experience in my opinion. So just wanted to say this. And yes, especially because I think that at least part of my passion for art in general comes from my mother, because here's a bit of context, because of course you don't know, like, you barely know me, you don't know my family, you don't know where I come from, so just a bit of context for you guys about this. Basically my father has always been the artist in the family, like the self-proclaimed artist in some ways, and actually he used to paint when he was young, and used to make music, like he was DJing, playing drums, and he has always been passionate about but cinema, for example. And if you didn't know, my name, Jonathan, comes from the name of the director of The Silence of the Lambs. That was one of his favorite movies. So yeah, my father has always been into arts, we can say like this. But the thing is that since when I was a child, what I noticed is that I mean, my father liked to talk about art, but at the same time I was not seeing stuff that he was producing. Basically, he talked about being an artist, he talked about the fact that he likes art and stuff, but he was not like actively producing stuff, creating, making art basically. While I don't know, for all my life I saw that my mother, whenever she started to be interested in something, but I'm talking also about food, for example. At one point she decided that she wanted to learn more about making, about creating like desserts, cooking, cakes, this kind of stuff, sweets, and also other like normal recipes in general. I mean, at one point she started to get interested in that, and she went, she actually learned how to how to cook like a new stuff that she wasn't used to do before, and she learned it. Same thing happened with DIY in general. I remember that since I was a kid, I always saw my mother like creating stuff, making stuff, and even if it was not like proper visual art, my mother was not like painting or creating sculptures or I don't know, you know, the standard idea of an artist. She has always been into creativity in some ways, and I think that this influenced me a lot through my, I mean, when I was younger, and also now, because I've always seen, I was appreciated about my mother, the fact that if she wanted to learn something, she has always been very, very curious, and I think that I got this thing from her, and about being curious in general about stuff, and in general about creativity, about everything, let's say it like this. And I always appreciated this about her, because I always saw her like learning new stuff, producing stuff, creating something, and I just wanted to give something back by creating this video. And also, talking about photography, I mean, I know, and so every time I go back to Italy, I like to check these albums. There are like a lot of albums of pictures that my mother used to take, especially like family pictures, or pictures of me, of my brother, family pictures, or pictures she took while on vacation during the 90s, early 2000s, and she has always been passionate about photography, and but this was in particular when she was younger, when I was like a newborn. So back in the 90s with analog photography, all this kind of stuff. So I don't know, I think that my mother, I wanted to say this, even if my father is the artist, let's say like that, I think that my mother influenced me a lot more about being constant in creating something, you know, like having a goal, wanting to learn, to develop a craft, or I don't know, something new, and actually doing that. So just a little tribute to what my mother is doing, learning to do, and what she did in the past, and what she basically taught me, like indirectly and implicitly. Was a cool experience, and I recommend it to you guys. Now we'll leave you with the video, and see you on the next one here on this channel. Bye guys.
I really wanna tell you what you mean to me, but I'm afraid our story would end. Weighing all your dreams against reality, where you're falling in love with a friend. If I just came out and told you you're my everything, they would never be the same.